Warm weather didn't seem to impact everyone. Marathon Monday was off to, boy, a fast start in the wheelchair division. Britain's Eden Rainbow Cooper taking the title in the women's race, winning her first Boston at just 22 years old.
Yeah, it might be the first time you heard her name, but won't be the last. On the men's side, for the 7th time, Switzerland's Marcel Hug, the silver bullet, crowned the champion, shattering his own record that he set himself last year by more than a minute and a half. Hug was still able to coast to victory despite a pretty frightening crash right here along the course. That's the Firehouse turn in Newton. He had a 4-minute lead. That's about 18 miles in when he fell into the fence there. He said he misjudged the steering, flipped sideways onto his left wheel. We spoke to him after he crossed the finish line about how he was able to recover from that accident.
Just had way too much pressure on the steering, so it was my fault. Didn't steer properly. Then I went into the barriers, but luckily the material was okay, so I could get up and go forward.
Well, Hug is nicknamed the Silver Bullet because of that silver helmet. He injured his hand, but like he said, he was okay and was able to get up and complete that win.
Another emotional scene at the finish line as the pro runners champions were crowned. Ethiopia's Sisay Lema won the title after setting a blistering pace, running most of the race alone. Lema falling out on the ground after winning the race in just over 2 hours and 6 minutes. And on the women's side, Kenyan Helen Obiri winning her second Boston in a row, crossing the stripe in just over 2 hours, 22 minutes. She is the first woman to achieve a back-to-back win here in Boston since 2005. Her daughter and husband met her at the finish line with hugs and kisses over this magnificent accomplishment.
All right, SportsCenter 5's Duke Castiglione joins us now for a look at the top finishers. I think we're going to be seeing and hearing these names quite a bit later on this year, especially at those Paris Olympics, Duke.
Yeah, the Olympics are this summer in Paris, as you said. There will be many that ran in this race running today as well. Sisay Lema, I mean, what can you say about his race? You know, the men's race didn't have quite the same drama at the end that the women's race did. That's because Sisay Lema just took off from the start. He never looked back. A wire-to-wire win for Lema. He was just sensational, winning his first Boston Marathon ever at a time of 2 hours, 6 minutes and 17 seconds, the 10th fastest time ever here at the Boston Marathon. Not long after winning, we caught up with the new champion.
I'm very happy to when I starting. I'm very good fast, but after 30 kilometers, I'm down. Very up down is very challenge.
After 35 kilometers, I knew that I was going to win.
Yeah, you knew you were going to win.
Yeah.
Lema finished 30th here last year, so talk about improvement. Mohamed Essa, also from Ethiopia, finished second. Evan Chebet, who won this race in 2022 and 2023, finished third. But a spectacular day for racing. We saw some really, really great feats out of the wheelchair division and, of course, the women's division as well. But Sisay Lema just led wire-to-wire, an incredible race. For now, we are live just behind you guys at the finish line. Duke Castiglione, WCVB SportsCenter.